Welcome to the absolutely wonderful and glorious Chickasaw Park. This is the perfect day for this amazingly wonderful announcement and celebration. Chickasaw Park is without a doubt one of our most loved and culturally significant parks in the entire 120 park system. For over a century, people have gathered here at Chickasaw Park to play, to relax, to build community, to enjoy this most amazing view of the river, and to just really gather with one another to enjoy nature. And one of the things that I'm incredibly proud of during my time as mayor is the progress that we've made across our park system, upgrading parks all across this city. And you can see it right here at Chickasaw Park. We upgraded the park pond. If you haven't seen the improvements there, check it out. We've created the inspiring and wonderful Sankofa Sanctuary for kids to enjoy, and boy, are they ever. We focus on safety by improving the lighting. We've added free Wi-Fi. We've improved the walking parks that make the park more safe and welcoming for everybody, and so much more. And today, we're going to celebrate this wonderful positive momentum in so many ways. First, we're going to celebrate it by celebrating the amazing renovation of these beautiful and historic tennis courts. Thanks to all of you for your support of Chickasaw Park, for your support of the West Louisville Tennis Club, for your support of our entire city in so many different ways. I want to give a shout out and thanks to Councilwoman Donna Purvis, who is here somewhere right here in her district. It's partnerships with Metro Council that help keep the funding of the parks moving forward. And I also want to say a few words of welcome, an amazing partner that we have representing all of us in Washington, D.C. right now. It is not a challenging time to be in the United States Congress, but we are so incredibly fortunate to have someone who cares about our parks, who cares about our health care, who cares about our health, who cares about our city and is fighting every day. Please join me in welcoming United States Congressman Morgan McGarvey.
Thank you, Mayor Greenberg. Good afternoon, everybody. What a day is this? This is the day the Lord hath made. Rejoice and be glad in it. There's a lot of great stuff going on. In fact, so much good stuff. Mayor, I'm just going to give you credit for the weather today. We'll give you a little credit for that. What an amazing day. What an amazing occasion to gather here to talk about our parks, to talk about tennis, to talk about West Louisville and what's going on. Well, I want to just quickly honor some of the legends we're here to give praise to today. We've got Dr. George White and Miss Ann Baker here with us today. And all the love they have given this area. It's really an ace for Louisville. That's all the tennis terms I know, you guys. I tried to put them all in one sentence. That's it. So no fault of over here. Is this thing on? Is it just? You guys are awesome, and I just want to say this: our parks are awesome. West Louisville is awesome, and every kid in Louisville, and in particular West Louisville, deserves access to quality parks, deserves access to community, deserves access to sports, deserves access to opportunity, and deserves access to succeed. So appreciate everything everybody from our mayor to our council to our Parks Foundation is doing, and I'm so excited to be here today. Thank you all so much.
Great job. Okay. Thank you so much, Congressman McGarvey, for your incredible support. I also we've got another one of our important, wonderful leaders, elected officials here, State Representative Joshua Watkins. Let's give it up for the incredibly dapper Representative Watkins. And you know, leadership matters. It matters in who we have in elected office across the city, across the state, across the country. And it matters when we're serving and helping kids and adults one by one. We can invest as much as we want in quality infrastructure, in improving this park, in improving this tennis courts. But without leadership, they're not going to get the use. They're not going to have their intended purpose of helping kids learn to play a game, to be healthier, to learn lessons of life through sports, to have opportunities to learn and dream in new ways than they other might not have if they didn't have the opportunity to play tennis.
So much that I want to say. I have to share this story with you guys. I sat down to write this speech several times, and every time I said something different. So finally I stopped writing and I just put the bullets down so that I can remember what to say. So I thank all of you guys for taking the time out of your day to be here. This is a monumental occasion for us.
The West Louisville Tennis Club was organized in early 1920 at the Chickasaw Park when a group of tennis enthusiasts felt the need to form an organization where they could play tennis. During that time, blacks were not allowed to play tennis at Chickasaw Park. We played at Central Park and Shawnee. The first black tennis players in Louisville during the 1920s were such players as Norman Walker, Dummy Smith, Fred Hines, Doc Holmes, Will King, William Foster, Bill Johnson, Mel Wedby, and some of y'all know who they are. They played and helped others learn the game of tennis. During the 30s, Kirby Hall felt a need to form a tennis club. He, along with several other members, formed the Louisville Tennis Club, known as the West Louisville Tennis Club. Mr. Kirby was elected the first president during the 30s through the 40s. Such players as Doc Pears, Frank Tucker, George Tucker, John Beard, William Bubba Hall, A.D. Hall, Gordon King, Sam Trice, Doc White. They played here on this tennis club. So during the 1940s, the Midwest Tennis Tournament was held here at the park. Nationals were held at Wilberforce. Its members always participated. During this period, Chickasaw Park was an outstanding exhibition, and the Wilmington player Althea Gibson played right here at Chickasaw Park. The first and only black female to win Wilmington and the U.S. Open.
In '08, there was a budget shortfall for the city. Okay, we'll go with 10. There was a budget shortfall, and they said because of the budget shortfall that we're going to have to sacrifice the swimming pools in Louisville, Kentucky. We're going to have to sacrifice the restoration of our clay court. Keep in mind it was $9,000, so at that time, it kind of angered me, but I thought, what's the use of being angry if you're not going to do anything about it? So we pulled together as many people from the West Louisville Tennis Club as we could, and we marched up to Metro Council, and we said, the devil is a lie. No, that park is important to this community. It's important to our health. It's important to our youth. And we just made it known. So what came out of that was the greatest partnership that we've ever developed with anyone. Olmsted Parks came along and said, hey guys, let's have a fundraiser, and raise the funds to restore the court. And that's what happened. And ever since that day, we have been connected at the hip. And the moral of the story that I'm trying to tell is this: we learned the importance of advocating for yourself. That was the lesson that we learned, and we've been advocating ever since. We advocated for the updates of the lights in the park. It wasn't for the tennis club. It was to illuminate the park and create a safe and healthy environment that we as a community could reside in. We thank Louisville Parks and Recreations for their compliance and for their help and their support. It has been a wonderful kind of union. We thank you too, Mayor Greenberg, because it was because of the $150,000 that you included in your budget that we only had to raise the remaining portion. But didn't we do it? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So, as we continue to be advocates for this park, let's do it. Because without this park, it's a hole in the community. This is our little bitty piece of paradise. So I'm not gonna steal Mary's thunder, but I've been holding on to a secret. I just wanted to fall out of my mouth so bad, but I told Mary, people are knowing, I'm holding on to this secret, right? And they ask you, well, what's going on? I said, if I told you, I'd have to kill you. I have to kill you. Now, surely you don't want to die. But anyway, I want to thank several people in the restoration of the court. I'd like to thank Louisville Parks and Recreations, first of all. I'd like to thank Spencer Holt. I'd like to thank Jason Hananot. These people were very cordial, very kind, very professional. It was quite the pleasure to work with them all, but I sincerely thank you for your gracious work. Also, at this time, I want to thank our community stakeholders, because you don't see these people, but trust and believe, there's a whole community standing behind West Louisville Tennis Club. I'd like to thank our corporate sponsors. I'd like to thank our friends that are in the parks and sitting at the picnic table and over across the way. These are people that are doing things in the background, and they're not looking for glory. They just want everything to work, and it's working. So I'd like at this time to ask all of the past and present West Louisville Tennis Club members to please stand. I'm honored and humbled to be able to stand here and be representative of you guys, because it's just a humbling experience for me. I never thought when I came to this park that I would be in the position that I am. It's a labor of love for me, because I believe in the goodness of people. I do. But at this time, because I don't want to be all teary-eyed, I'd like to call to the stage two of our juniors. Marion Whitfield, where are you, baby? Nelson. We do what we do for these kids. We offer programming, structured programming. Everything is free with West Louisville Tennis Club. We feed the community. We have a work-study program in the summer when they're out of school. We pay these kids to learn how to teach, to learn how to be civic-minded, to learn just to be good kids. Marion is a junior at Manual High School. These are our next recipients of our scholarship. We have a scholarship program. Did you guys know that? Oh, yes, because this is what we do. We don't offer that one-time support. We follow these babies from the 9 to 21, because you're not grown until you can take care of yourself. So we have taken pride in following these kids, and I would like them to walk the awards to Miss Baker. I and Doc White, I can't say enough about our elders, because the foundation they established is what we're standing on. And to have sustained an organization for 103 years, that's solid as a rock. That's solid as a rock. So I thought it would be fitting, kind of symbolic of being respectful to our elders and passing the baton. Yes. So I asked these kids if they would join me on this stage. And I'm going to give them a chance to say something, only if they want to. Just push me out of the way.
I don't have much to say, but I do want to say I am so grateful for the West Louisville Tennis Club. They have been here since day one for me, since I first picked up a racket. They have been funding me for my tournaments, my equipment, and everything, and I'm just so grateful for you, and I love all of you.
If you guys could just walk these awards to Miss Baker and Doc White. Every time I get in their presence, I'm humbled, because they're just kind people that have been around forever. And I'm a proponent of passing out the roses while you can still smell them. I don't want roses if I can't smell them. I don't. So.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know you've been talked at a lot, but you got one more talker, so hang with me. I'm Mary Grissom. I am the president and CEO of the Olmsted Parks Conservancy, and I am pretty excited to share some news with you. And I'm going to try to connect some dots between 1890s, 1920s, and 2025 right here where we are standing. So bear with me. While I do that, I think some appropriate refreshments are going to be handed out, so don't mind that. The Olmsted Parks Conservancy is an independent nonprofit. Our mission is to enhance, restore, and protect Louisville's Olmsted-designed parks and parkways. Our vision is to elevate our 17 parks to bring the restorative power of nature to all. All of our parks are public. They're city-owned, and everything we do is in partnership with Metro Government and Mayor Greenberg. Thank you, Louisville Parks and Rec. These parks are the original parks of our city. Our neighborhoods formed around them, and we believe that they are historic, cultural, and ecological treasures. Here's the part where I go back to 1891, so just bear with me. In 1891, Frederick Law Olmsted came to Louisville. This is the man who designed Central Park in New York City, Niagara Falls, the U.S. Capitol grounds, and really America's most cherished public landscapes. And by his own hand, he drew Cherokee, Iroquois, and Shawnee parks. And he drew the parkways to connect them, right? Eastern Parkway, Algonquin Parkway, Southern Parkway. Think about this. And with that plan for our city, he connected us to each other and to nature. And for 40 years after that, his firm, his sons, kept working here and drew all the little neighborhood parks in between. So there are 7 Olmsted parks in the west end of Louisville, 7 of them. But the most beloved, perhaps of all of them, is Chickasaw Park. Yeah. It is. And I want to make the why wasn't it till the 1920s kind of moment here, so first off, Frederick Law Olmsted believed that parks should be for everyone. He believed that they were important for our democracy, for our civic health, our physical health, and he would not design in a city where parks were segregated. So there was a moment in the 1890s when, at least in theory, Shawnee, Cherokee, and Iroquois were open to everyone. But in the 1920s, Louisville segregated its park system, and that's when Chickasaw became the park that we know today. The Olmsted firm was brought back. These parklands were chosen to be the largest park available to Black Louisvillians in our city. And that's why it holds a distinction nationally as the only park in America designed by the Olmsted firm specifically for Black Americans. It's true. But as such, this park's history is rich, and it ain't just about Olmsted, because it contains 100 years of sanctuary for Black Louisville. Yes. Yes. These 61 acres hold the memories of weddings and birthday parties and civil rights gatherings and funerals. This is Muhammad Ali's park. This is Elmer Allen Lucille's park. This is Sherry Bryant Hamilton's park, and Gerald Neal's park, and Alice Houston's park, and Diane Porter's park. It is ours and yours. And for more than 3 decades, Olmsted Parks Conservancy has partnered to protect this extraordinary gift, working in particular partnership with the West Louisville Tennis Club. Together, we celebrate the progress that you've heard about today, but we know a whole lot more can be done, and we've heard it. I'll acknowledge everybody who signed the petition for the spray ground and the playground. We hear you. Everybody who has advocated for beautiful, enhanced, protected green space here, we hear you. And if you're just sick of the porta pots and you want the bathroom fixed, we hear you. So now I want you to raise your glass. I'm going to share the big news. It is because of your love for this place, and in particular, the elders who are here, who have protected and loved on this place for all of these years, that someone has been inspired. An anonymous Louisvillian who loves the parks has made a gift of $5 million. $5 million for the full and complete restoration of Chickasaw Park. Take a minute. So this project is going to last 3 years. I have these incredible women behind me because we don't do anything alone, right? Olmsted Parks is going to do this in partnership with community, guided by your wishes for this place. And I am joined on stage by our steering committee. You know Aretha. She helped. She's the reason for the season, so just make sure you know it. Ramona Dahlem, who is a civic leader, a Chickasaw Park neighbor, and a lover of this park since she learned she could not play tennis as a child on these courts. But when she bought her home, she made sure she bought it near the park because she knew it would be an asset for her children, and I know there are many of you who feel that way. And the incredible Kristen Williams, who is the executive director of Play Cousins, who is the visionary behind Sankofa Sanctuary and who builds a village around children and families in this park and throughout this community. And so I want to say that you have QR codes on your table. We're asking for input today. We are hiring as a result of this gift to make sure that we have are guided by folks who know and love this community every single step of the way. And I want to sit in this feeling for just another minute longer. And I want to welcome to the stage somebody who I believe this city owes a real debt of gratitude to. This woman has loved on us and has shared with us our greatest legacy. So please welcome to the stage, Lonnie Ali.
Wow. I don't like to get emotional, but I guess it's okay. You know what? I am so honored to have been asked to be here today to take part in this wonderful celebration and announcement. As mentioned, this was the park that gave birth to Muhammad Ali. Cassius Clay and the Muhammad Ali, right? So this park is about greatness. It's about building greatness and giving that opportunity and lifting people up. But it's also about the Black community coming together, having a space, a safe space to collect and create community. You know, I remember coming here. I didn't play tennis either, so don't worry about that. But my best friend did, and she and her father were part of the West End Tennis Club. And I would come down here with her on Saturday mornings when she would play matches. And my mother would bring us down here and have picnics and gatherings because she had a lot of friends that lived on the Parkway. So even though I didn't live in this area, I very much was part of this park. And this park was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I have to tell you, the Ali Center just completed a compassion report, the Muhammad Ali Compassion Index. And part of that talks about what makes a compassionate city. And we polled 12 cities. And I'm so proud to say that Louisville was the number 2 most compassionate city of the 12 cities that we did. Yes, we were beat out just by 1 point by Seattle, but we were next. And one of the things in that makes this city compassionate is the green space that we provide to our citizens for that gathering point to build community, for interaction, personal interaction, and to continue this on and to have the investment of this anonymous, fabulous, God bless them forever donor to rebuild this community here, because it's a park, but it's also a community. You know,
I can't tell you how happy that makes me, because this will afford an opportunity for all these young people like the two that you saw up here to continue on and become fantastic leaders. Yes, it's teaching them the tennis, but it's teaching them how to work together. It's teaching them how to lead. It's giving them those core principles that they need to be successful in life. And this is where it begins. And I will also share this with you. As I said, Muhammad trained here. All of you all know that. Well, Amazon is doing this biopic series called The Greatest on Muhammad. It is a 3-season series. First season, eight episodes. And of course, the first 8 episodes covers his life here in Louisville, all the way through the period of when he fought Sonny Liston the first time and changed his name. So they were here this spring filming the actor, Jalen Best, who's playing Muhammad, and you might think it is Muhammad running through this park, but they filmed him doing road work in this park. So when you watch that series, as I know you all will, just know that park is this park, okay? Yes, absolutely. But thank you for having me here. And I have to tell you, I have partners in crime, and that is Mayor Greenberg and our U.S. Representative Morgan McGarvey. And if you see us together, don't think it's a conspiracy. We are doing something trying to uplift this community and this city, because that's what we are all about. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Wow. That humbled and honored to share the stage with these amazing women. Just can't tell you how much this means to be here today. So thank you, Lonnie, for those amazing words. And what an incredible day for Chickasaw Park, right? Wow. And the entire Louisville community. I'm Michelle King. I'm Executive Director of Louisville Parks and Recreation. And I want to also say thank you to all of you who are gathered here today, our residents, our partners, our supporters. Thank you for being a part of this celebration. The fact that you're here today makes that announcement, that amazing announcement, even more meaningful. Chickasaw Park has always been a cherished space for West Louisville families. Today's announcement marks the beginning of an exciting new chapter, one that builds on the park's rich legacy, but also creates an even more vibrant future for this public space for everyone to enjoy. And on behalf of Louisville Parks and Recreation, I want to extend our deepest gratitude for this extraordinary investment. It reflects a shared belief in the power of our parks and in the power of community that brings them to life every day. A heartfelt thank you to the Olmsted Parks Conservancy for your vision, your dedication, and your partnership, not only here in Chickasaw Park, but across our entire Olmsted Park system. Your commitment makes moments like this possible. Together, we're creating spaces that honor the past while building a brighter future for generations to come. I also want to recognize our friends at the West Louisville Tennis Club, whose passion and care for this park really just truly inspires us all. And to Mayor Greenberg, whose leadership and commitment continues to strengthen our park system across all corners of our city. Looking ahead, we're eager to work closely with Aretha, Ramona, and Kristen on the steering committee as we begin the public input process. The voices of this community will guide how these transformative dollars are invested, ensuring that every decision reflects the residents and what their desires are for their park. So now, I want to thank you and invite you to enjoy the park we all love, from the restored pond to the Sankofa Sanctuary Nature Play Area, and of course, the beautiful new tennis courts. So thank you all. Thank you all for being a part of this milestone day. And with that, I'll welcome Mayor Greenberg to close us out.
Well, thank you so much, Michelle, and thanks to everyone who has contributed to this park over the years and now is going to contribute as we move forward. This is what partnership is all about. When government, federal, state, and local support our parks, when we have great community leaders like you all and Dr. Fuqua and our steering committee that is contributing their time to our parks, when we have supporting organizations like Mary and the Olmsted Parks Conservancy that are supporting our parks on a daily basis. And we have great leaders like Michelle and Jason and Deputy Mayor George and others in government working every day to ensure we have world-class parks in every corner of our city. This is amazing progress with wonderful momentum that we have shown over the past several years. But if you just heard today with these wonderful announcements, we are just getting started. Let's go, guys.